So it's basically tradition to pass down words of wisdom from one generation to the next. The problem with this is that sometimes the meaning of the original saying gets completely changed. And a lot of times we end up misquoting famous phrases without even knowing it. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 things that you probably have been saying wrong. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is the Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. If that interests you, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button, as I would love for you to be a part of our little family. A lot of these sayings my mom has told me in the past. I've heard them from my grandmother. I've heard them from different members of my family without ever realizing that they're wrong. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Number 1, blood is thicker than water. I know many of us have heard this one in the past, and we have linked it to being true to our family. However, the true statement reads like this: the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So it basically means the opposite of what most people think, and it's actually referring to the idea that the bonds that you choose mean more to you than the bonds that you were born into and did not have a choice in. Most of us have been saying this quote wrong. I know I have my entire life, so choose your relationships wisely. Quote number 2, curiosity killed the cat. I heard this one a bunch of times, especially when I was getting on my teacher's nerves and asking way too many questions. But the true phrase is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And this actually makes sense, especially considering the idea that cats get 9 lives. So the true meaning is actually the opposite of what most people think, and it's saying that there is no such thing as asking too many questions. So you want to keep asking questions and stop looking at curiosity as if it's a bad thing. It's actually an amazing thing that can bring your knowledge to a whole nother level. Quote number 3, a jack of all trades is a master of none. This is one of those sayings that a lot of people use in order to get us to focus on one particular thing, especially if we're looking at our career and they don't want us to try different things out. However, the true saying is this: a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. And the true meaning is the exact opposite, that having multiple interests and not being an expert in any one particular thing could be an advantage to you. This is especially true for those of us out there that have creative minds and like to try different things. You don't have to have it figured all out by the time you're 25. You can experiment and have fun and try different things throughout the course of your life. In the end, you have more joy and a more fulfilled life if you give yourself the freedom to try as many things as you would like. Quote number 4, money is the root of all evil. With my profession, this is probably the one that I've heard the most, and it's mainly tied to the source of I don't need money because it is the root of all evil. Now, this is a biblical reference, however, it's stated incorrectly. It's actually stated the love of money is the root of all sorts of evil. So we're actually talking about the love of money here and not money itself. Because when you think about it on a grand scheme of things, there are some amazing things that you can do if you have money. You could give to some great causes, things that are outside of yourself, and make a true difference in the world. So it's actually not the money, it's the love of money that is the issue. So in the end, don't feel bad if you want to be wealthy. And the last quote, starve a cold, feed a fever. Now, I don't know how many of you out there have been starving while sick, but this is terrible advice. The actual quote says, if you starve a cold, you'll have to feed a fever, which makes much more sense because you have to keep your body nourished if you are not feeling well. And so this is another one that means the exact opposite. So you definitely should be eating if you have a cold. And I definitely can stand behind any advice that tells me to eat more, especially if I am not feeling well. Well guys, that's the 5 quotes that you probably have been saying wrong. I hope this video has helped you, and if you have any more quotes, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. If you are not following me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? We talk about some great stuff over there too at The Organized Money, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, then, keep organizing your money so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.